Welcome back, casuals.
Woo! Let's get motivated.
They carried me out and then just launched me like a little javelin.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Welcome back, you little scoundrels.
Welcome, casuals.
Hey,
What's going on? What's happening, Bruss?
back in the hot seat.
Back in the hot seat, right? Two of us again.
Yeah, seems
Like
like it's
old
been-
days. No Lars.
Yeah. No, Lars reckons he's trying to break 70 today.
Oh, he's old too.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's
good,
why
man.
he's not here.
Yeah, right.
I think his kids are on holidays too. He's like, I
Yeah,
can't
it's
have-
school holidays right now, which is fair enough. It's busy as everywhere's chockers. This weekend's going to be chaos, bro, because
Yeah,
got the show, Cowboys home game.
Cowboys.
You going to that?
Live on the lawns.
Oh, is that on too?
Yeah, Sunday I'm going down there.
Are you?
See Johnny Rowe and Benny.
Oh, man, that's
Couple of
sick.
recent guests. If you haven't seen the episodes,
go check them out. Yeah, that's sick. You going to the cows or no?
Nah, I don't know.
The
Probably
Storm.
not. Yeah. probably
Yeah,
not.
true. Jumping off the bandwagon already, Bruss.
Nah, I'm on the Bronx bandwagon.
Shibasaki all the way.
Yeah. We'll get into, we might get into some Origin later. But
What's been happening? It's been a while, eh?
yeah, just got out of hospital. I got a little,
Yeah, true.
I got a tissue here with me in case I get
Yeah,
some
fair call.
drippage.
Yep, good idea, bro.
So-
Especially wearing a white shirt.
Yeah, it wasn't the smartest choice. I probably shouldn't have worn a white shirt.
Yeah, true. So what's tell her, like, obviously you've had this surgery before in the past.
Yeah,
those
so I,
who don't know.
I didn't actually get a nose
If you
job.
listen to this podcast, you know already by now, fucking Hooper's got a big slug in his nose all the time.
Bad sinuses.
He's clogged up.
But on the story, I think people were actually thinking I was getting a nose job. I posted
true.
them photos on the story the other day. I didn't get a nose job. But I just had to get my sinuses fixed. So hopefully there's less.
So you've had that happen once before
Yeah.
and didn't fix it? What was the story? with that?
It worked for a little bit, but then just they needed to do more this time.
Yeah, right.
So hopefully they got it all out.
So what
this
exactly is
time.
happening? You just can't breathe through your nose pretty much,
Yeah.
eh?
There's
Yep.
just build up of polyps and just all through all the sinus cavities.
Where did it come from originally? It's from getting punched in the nose from boxing?
Nah,
Is it?
nah, that's what a lot of people think.
Because
Or like,
didn't Big Grant, Big G, he had a
Yeah.
similar thing, and he's obviously an old kickboxing champ.
yeah.
So I wonder if
I think when people have like a broken nose or deviated septum, it affects it as well. But mine's just from a build up of shit.
yeah, okay,
You know,
yep,
I
yep.
think
Fair
like
enough.
bit of allergies to dust and
Yeah.
stuff creates all these issues and
Yep.
stuff like that. But hopefully it's all clear now and there'll be less sniffling and fucking snorting
Do you
on fucking
fair enough,
into the microphones, you know?
Does do you feel better already?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. that's
Straight away, man. Like wake up. Wait, have you ever been put under? Like
Nah, I haven't. Never.
it's a fucking weird feeling.
Never.
eh?
True. It happened to my missus when she got her wisdom teeth taken
Oh,
out,
true.
and like coming out of it, she was all fucking doped up.
Yeah.
eh?
You
Pretty
feel
funny.
weird. But it's
I've never-
crazy
nah.
because like I was the first one in theatre,
Yep.
which was good because like it was 8 o'clock in the morning. Didn't have to wait around all day because you're fasting and stuff. But I would go in there and then you're asleep and then next minute it's 1:30 in the arvo and you just wake up.
Man, that's a trip out.
Like it's fucking hectic.
I've only been under from mind altering substances and from falling off playground and getting chinned.
True. What knocked yourself out?
Yeah, I've been knocked out I think twice. Once in school and then once when I kind of got bashed up in CT.
True.
Yeah, that's what I don't want to get delve into that
Yeah.
story.
But like, how's this, right? So I go in, first one in the morning, say, I'm thinking, the doctors, they'll be on the ball here. You know?
Yeah.
I think they just started putting the mask on to put the, anesthesia.
Yeah. I don't know how the
On
fuck
it?
that's just the words.
But we got a game coming up for you too.
Oh, I
so-
get fucked.
pronunciation game.
Fuck you, go.
Anesthesia.
Yeah.
And just as they're about to do it, and then I hear, stop. And like they're fucking fiddling around with this thing in my arm. And they're like, oh, no, wait. It's like,
They're trolling you.
nah. So they had to, I don't know what
you
went wrong
peeking?
because I couldn't see. I'm laying flat.
Oh, fuck.
But then they're fiddling around with this and trying to fucking get it done. And there was like probably 8 people in the room. They reckon they've never seen this happen. So whatever happened, I think it was like faulty equipment. They just unpackaged it.
True.
Put the, what do you call it? Not the catheter. Catheter's what you piss into, eh?
In your beehole, you'd put your name right.
No, what's this called? Where it goes into your arm for the
I don't know.
fucking drip.
I'm
blood,
not good with
whatever.
medical terms.
Yeah. But whatever the fuck that is.
My missus would know. Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that
Syringe.
is, it like there was something faulty with it when
Yeah.
they opened it,
Oh,
and it was
bullshit.
like I don't know. And then they started peeking out a bit, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Fuck, we've never seen this." And then I think I was already half gassed up, but not
Was it already
fully.
in your arm?
Yeah.
Oh, get
They had to
fucked.
take it out. Fucking. Then when I woke up, it was like all strapped. Like, it was weird the way it was sort of done. So they must have had to quickly
true.
fucking do it before they put me under and then start surgery.
Fuck. True
But I'm
shit.
laying there
That'll
like
half peak you last
already
minute.
like stressing out over this thing.
Yeah.
And then I'm hearing that like half dozing out, but then hearing these cunts all stressing out, and I'm like, what the fuck, you know?
That reminds me. My stepdad got a needle in his eye for whatever that glaucoma, or whatever it is. And just before old mate was doing it, the dude was like, "Hey, sorry, just to give you a heads up, I'm in training. This is the first time I've done this."
Oh no, that is not what you want to hear.
And that also reminds me of that prank that people do, the bungee jumping prank.
Yeah,
You seen
yeah.
that?
Chuck the-
chuck the
chuck
spare.
the-
Hey, hang on, you're not hooked on.
That's fucked, eh?
Need a fresh pair of jockets for sure.
So yeah, I was half stressing, but then it was all good. It's weird, eh? They say like, you know, you start counting or whatever, they put that gas on it and you're just out. And then like I say, it's fucking 1:45, 1:30 in the afternoon and you just wake up.
That's great. It's crazy how that happens, eh? They're the highest paid doctors too, aren't they? Or surgeons or whatever? Anesthesiologists.
Anesthesiologist. Let's get into a game.
Oh, fuck your game. Yeah, anyways. Apparently they get, oh, and a little fun fact, gingers, ringers need a different dose.
Do they?
Yeah.
Really?
We found that out when obviously I gave, like, my son's a ginger and we're just looking up random ginger facts.
Really? Why is
And
that?
They got a higher pain tolerance or something.
True. Well, you did
Gee,
say
bro.
that after
Yeah,
your thing, you
bro.
know?
Tank can't, eh? Now,
Really?
yeah, it's a well-known fact, yeah. And the actually
Just simple cunts, eh?
just
Too
simple
dumb to
cunts.
feel the
Ooh,
fucking
big
pain.
Frankenstein cunts. We'll do the rules.
There you go. There's a today I learned.
There you go, yeah.
If you're fucking anesthesia,
Anesthesiologists, they need to up the dose on the gingers.
and wonder if the more ginger you are. So
Yeah,
your son
true.
would need all of it.
He's pure. No, he's losing a bit of his ginger,
Is he?
bro. Yeah, but Greenie and GRT,
Yeah.
old GRT, they
Yeah.
need full dose.
That'd need fucking every
Overdose.
milligram of fucking
Double drop them cunts.
There, check your messages. I've got some job titles.
Yeah,
Hardest
yeah.
job titles to pronounce. I need you to try
Yeah,
and
here we go. Hardest job titles to pronounce.
and once you say it, try and guess it. I'll tell you what it is.
Oh man.
I'll try put the wording up as you're saying it. Ready?
Okay, otorhinolaryngologist. Otorhinolaryngologist. Fuck, bro, that's I'm too dumb for that shit.
I don't
What
know
is it?
how to say it either, but
Yeah.
that's an ENT doctor.
Oh, really? True.
So that's
shit.
who I would have went and seen.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Really?
So I don't
Oh.
know. It's yeah.
You
I
should've
think it's
asked
like
them.
otorhinolarynx because like has to do with the nose, throat,
Okay,
ears, nose, throat.
Otorhinolaryngologist. You should have asked them how to say it.
How
Oh,
to
but how do you
actually say
pronounce your job? The next one, gastroenterologist. That's not so bad.
Yeah. What do you reckon that deals with?
Obviously, stomach.
Yeah, digestive
Issues,
system.
digestive issues.
Gastroenterologist.
Chemometrician. And that's pretty standard. That's obviously to do with.
Chemometrician.
You reckon?
Chemical data analysis.
Oh, really? There you
Yeah.
go. Chemometrician. I thought it'd be something to do with people
Like-
checking in on your cancer chemo. Lipido. Torologist. Lepidotologist. And I'm guessing
Lepidopterologist.
Lepidop. Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know. Sounds like a dinosaur.
Oh.
Lepidopterologist.
Swoop you in the forest. That cunt. I always thought it was lepidotologist, and the P was silent after the DO. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Could be. I don't know.
Or it
I'm
could-
making
yeah,
shit up
yeah.
here.
So that is this like the study and to collect butterflies and moths.
Fuck yeah.
You know them weird cunts who do that? Well,
Yeah.
they're not weird. They're
Oh,
just
don't be
different
so
to us.
harsh, mate. No, that's
The
pretty
people,
cool. No,
like
go
the
on.
dude off Major Pain. You know, the dude's always
Oh,
collecting
see-
butterflies and moths.
Can't. Yeah. He's on the spectrum, on the bit of tism. Plenipotentiary? What the fuck?
Potentiary. Plenipotentiary. I don't know what.
Potentiary. Plenipotentiary. You just got to break it up into multiple syllables, Russell. Give me another 10 of these. and I'll give you another 10.
Plenipotentiary.
What's
So
that?
that is like a diplomat or like a representative, like a
yeah.
state representative
Yeah,
or
right.
diplomat.
Fucking yeah, that's it. My mum would be really good at this shit, and same with my missus. They're smart with all the words and shit.
True,
eh?
I'm
Yeah.
fucking
same, bro.
can't pronounce anything.
Yeah, same, bro. Same. Just make it up. Fake it till you make it.
But how weird that like so many of them medical terms and science and stuff. Why can't they just make it more simple?
I know, bro. Yeah, I know. But it's just I don't know how the cookie crumb. Well, I wonder what are those terms in other languages.
Well, I think there are a lot of
Like
them
in
are
other
from-
languages, do they just break it down and
Well,
a lot
that's
more
the
simple,
ENT one
or-
I seen. I think it's from like the Latin term of ear, nose, throat.
Yeah, right.
Like
yeah.
each Latin
But
name break
Would
into one.
A lot of those are probably the same in other languages. They probably
Yeah,
still
yeah.
follow the English,
Yeah.
sort of thing. Who knows? But
Fucks
I'm
me.
curious of them. Like in other, like in German, are they like extremely hard to say as well on these big ass words? You know what I mean? Like a lot of them Latin, the Latin plant names.
Yeah, yeah.
The scientific names of them. Man.
Well,
How
that's
the
weird
fuck
that
do you say
Dave
them?
fucking knows so many of them,
Bro,
mate.
he's so smart.
It's
He's
mad. David
very
Barn,
smart.
go check him out.
Yeah,
if you haven't seen our episode, it's probably
Go back and check that one out.
probably
That's
our favourite guest
He's
one.
probably been my favorite guest. Yeah, smart dude.
But
Very
he's
smart.
back. He's back up at the territory now, and he's being active again on
Yeah,
socials.
he's back to it.
I feel like he's sort of.
Oh, fucking
He's
love
only
it.
social when he's up there.
I love watching his stories, man.
fuck,
Honestly, he's
he's-
so smart with the bush.
The stuff you learn every single day just from watching.
I
his
actually went and
videos.
listened to the podcast that he recommended on that Port Essington. that
Yeah.
one, which is the craziest story ever.
Yeah.
Which is, have you gone to, well, there's ABC do one, I asked him about it and he put it on. And it
Yeah, I
was
watched.
the most interesting
Listened to
story.
a bit of it.
Yep. And it's one of the, what I like about it is it's one of the stories where Indigenous and the British colonizers had a good relationship.
Yeah, yeah.
Had like a awesome relationship. You don't hear about it.
Well, that Victoria settlement, which he put a
Yep.
clip up only 2 days ago, or whatever. Or when this
Yeah.
comes out, it would have
Yeah.
been a week, whatever.
Yep.
But that story is
Interesting.
amazing.
And how does he
eh?
even find that information?
That
How do you even
priest?
find that information out?
How he's fucking talking about the priest from the Vatican?
Well, that is in that podcast. The story of that guy,
it?
the
Oh, okay.
the dude from the Vatican. Yeah, he's in that podcast for a little bit. And the craziest thing is, what's his name? It's it's not.
We're going to butcher everything.
Yeah,
Just go
always
follow
butcher.
Dave.
Just go follow Dave. He's a legend.
Follow Dave and listen to
Yeah, yeah.
the podcast we did with him. And if,
Some of
whatever,
us-
whatever he's involved in, listen to it.
Yeah, and look, check out the story of the Port Essington, I think it is, where they tried making a little port up in the northwestern part of Arnhem Land, and they struggled for 11 years. Cyclones, malaria, everything. Couldn't do it. Too tough.
Well, the
country,
terrain and
the terrain
shit,
is too tough.
Like-
yeah.
You think most of Australia, pretty fucking harsh place to live in.
Bro,
Hey.
proper, man. Especially, that's what I think.
Even
Especially-
now, still. Like, if you were to
especially-
go and start a settlement anywhere but the coast,
Mm.
it's fucking, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I know. And imagine if you're me, it's a classic example, a white ginger, take him to the most sunniest place in the world, he's getting sunburned, eaten by mozzies. They're fresh meat, I'm fresh blood. Literally. And if I'm sitting around with 30 cunts, I'll be getting eaten by mozzies. You know what I mean?
Do they always
And they
just
got
go
dragged.
for
A
you?
lot of them white fellas got dragged from the other side of the planet. With they didn't want to be part of that shit. They were convicts. They got
Imagine
brought
that,
here.
never seeing the sun before, then getting taken to the Northern Territory.
I know.
Where it's
I know.
fucking hot.
and they had to wear the full clothes and shit back in the day. I'll be cruising around on a horse in my jackets. getting burned up. Nah, true. Eh? So what else been happening, bro? You
Went up to Cairns,
up north
yeah.
recently, had a
Did
few
the,
trips away.
Did that trip to Cairns for the boxing. No
Big
limit.
Tommy, eh?
Yeah.
How'd he go?
It was good, man.
I didn't get to watch it.
Yeah,
couldn't
we-
find a link. Couldn't find anything to watch it.
So
how'd he
we
go?
were under the impression that was his fight was gonna be streamed,
Yeah. Okay.
or televised on KO as a prelim. It wasn't, which is a bit shit.
Yeah.
But it was a mad trip, bro. Like fucking, we went up on the Sunday.
Yep.
And it was good to be there like the few days before. Like, not that we were really involved, but on the Monday they did the press conference, had a stage and shit set up right at the lagoon there on the Esplanade.
Sick.
Beautiful, man. Like, and talking to the people and like most of these cunts coming up from down south, even if it's Brisbane, but there was like, Adelaide, Sydney,
Yep.
all this. It's summer.
Yep.
It's winter
Yep.
up here, but they're like, this is like
They're loving
fucking
it,
summer,
lapping it
man.
up.
You
I
know,
know.
like, so sitting down the front there at the lagoon.
And it's nice there, eh?
Beautiful,
I
man.
went there recently too, and it's like
Yeah.
I love Cairns. I like Cairns.
It's good for a weekend.
I could live there, I reckon.
You
eh?
reckon? Nah.
Yeah, I could. I just like looking up at all the green rainforest
Yeah,
mountains.
yeah. And
Sort of
driving
what
up there is
surrounds it.
beautiful. Like
and obviously the drive.
The drive there. So yeah, it was cool to be around sort of. There was some pretty big, up and comers and some big
Awesome,
stars
bro.
on there.
Yeah.
So to
talk-
sort of get around and mingle with them,
And how was the production and everything?
good, bro. Like,
Yep.
yeah. The professionalism and production and organization, everything is like, it was good to be involved in that.
Yeah, it's because you were involved in the podcast for
yeah,
a while
yeah,
recently, so it
which-
would have been good reflection.
Yeah.
On par.
It's
of how
like
they
that,
go,
but on a professional stand,
Actual
professional
boxing,
standard.
yeah, yep.
But them boys were up there too. I think I was talking to them. I don't want to say too much, but I think they were actually checking out the venue.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Sick.
But I don't.
Ah,
think-
no, yeah. No,
I don't think
no.
it's big enough
I want to start fucking
to be like
wild fucking
yeah.
rumors here.
I don't think it's big enough.
Heard it here first.
Allegedly. But
Yeah, no, true.
But yeah, it was
How
good.
was
Got
the
up
venue?
there.
Was the venue sick?
Yeah.
Because you said the entertainment center. I actually thought there was the convention center.
Well, it's the same. mate.
It is it the same one then?
Entertainment and convention
It is.
center.
No, okay,
but
it's
man,
good to
that
know.
place is crazy. There's
Yeah.
so many different
Yep.
areas.
Is there? Because I've
And
never actually.
this was just like one sort of section of it, I suppose.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
it's where they play the basketball, but I don't know how big it would have been. Maybe it wasn't big, to be honest. It was probably only would have been lucky to be 5,000.
Yeah,
I
okay.
reckon.
Yeah, right.
If I had to guess.
Yeah, yep. So it's pretty tight and intimate.
Yeah.
Yep.
But unfortunately, there was still a fair few seats up top.
Yeah, okay.
All the ones down the bottom, and I think the expensive stuff was
That
all
sucks
sold and
for
shit.
a big production like that. You want it to be fully out, especially for a little small
Yeah.
town, Cairns.
Wednesday's a bit, bit hard.
Yeah, that's a true.
Midweek,
That's
I
a
think
big
a
one.
lot of people would have struggled to.
I get spun
travel
out
up.
why boxing cards do that, eh? I remember back in the day, even like when we were watching, like, was it like Denny Green in that fight? Denny Green and Roy Jones, and that was in the middle
It's
of the
always
week.
just because
Always get spun out
footy,
by
like
that.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday is for footy.
So they
whether
wanna
it be
compete with-
AFL
Yeah,
or
okay.
NRL.
Yep, true.
So they don't want to compete with
I wonder
that.
why they just didn't do Sunday lunchtime, like UFC, perfect time.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
That would be awesome.
Yeah, and then sort of, yeah. But no, and talk us through the fights. Like,
It was good. So
Wes had a win, did you?
yeah, so
And-
Mrs. Fort, they ended up
Yep.
getting about half a dozen amateurs on the undercard, sort of before everything happened.
Yep.
And people had only sort of just started rolling in at this stage, but it was still great experience for a lot of the guys from up here. You know, there was guys as far as Weeper, Townsville, Ingham, a few from Cairns and Innisfail and stuff. So
Heaps
a
of
lot of
Queenslanders.
locals.
That's awesome. Yep.
Get to sort of walk out, even though it wasn't fully set up yet, or it was set up, but not production, the lights and all the smoke. It wasn't fully going off yet, but
Yeah.
to be able to walk through that and get in the ring under the lights that later on world champion Liam Paro's fighting in,
Yeah,
and
that's
Liam
pretty epic.
Wilson and Kira
Yeah.
Rust and all these guys. Like to
Yep.
be competing in the same ring,
Yeah, that's amazing.
it just gives
Especially
them
for
so
locals.
much, especially a lot of the younger people.
Bit of motivation, bit of inspiration,
bit of drive. So it was
Yep.
awesome that Sun State Amateur Boxing League were able to get that on board with
Good
No
on 'em.
Limit. So fucking shout out to them guys and No Limit
Yeah.
for allowing that to happen.
That is awesome on
the
their behalf.
amateurs loved it,
Yep.
and
Yep.
Moaz fucking did really good, and she
Yep.
she really enjoyed
In
it.
the zone, got the win.
Yeah, got a good win.
Good honour. Good
Boxed
stuff.
nicely, and then
Yep.
a few other locals on the undercard, prelims, and then Tommy's fight.
How did Big Tommy go?
Yeah, he did good. He won.
Yep.
Good close fight, which
How
we
many-
were
how many
expecting.
rounds?
They did 4.
4 rounds. Yep. Good on you,
4
Big Tommy.
rounds.
Good stuff.
Yeah, no, he did the job.
Yep.
He
And then through the main
it was
event.
always going to be hard. Like he fought that guy
Yeah,
a couple
yeah.
years ago, and the
Yeah,
guy
okay.
actually beat him. Big
Yeah.
tough lumberjack, like just
True.
a big hard.
hard-headed
Yeah,
guy. Where was the other fella from?
he's from. I forget where he said he's from. Like in the middle of nowhere in country New South Wales.
Ah,
I
yep.
think he said the closest town is Tamworth, and that's like an hour and a half away.
Fuck yeah, right, true.
I forget the name of the actual
Yep.
place that he said he's from.
Proper top, actual lumberjack.
Yeah, literally, that's his
Yeah.
job.
Ah, true.
He chops
Mad
wood
cunt,
for
true.
yeah.
Tough. That'd be a hard job,
Yeah.
bro. That'd be a fucking
But he
hard
like
job.
plays the part too, so he's rocking up the whole few days before wearing like a little
Yeah,
flannel, just a
true.
flannelette and work boots and
Yeah,
stuff.
fuck yeah, good on him. That's-
But he's a really top lad.
Yep.
We had a good chat to them after, and
Tommy got his redemption then.
yeah,
1-1.
and where it counts, I suppose, in
Yeah.
the pros. Like,
Yeah, true.
So yeah, it was good. And then watching the undercard, Vegas Larfield, Kira Rushton, Callum Peters, Liam Wilson, Liam Paro, like
That's
fucking
unreal.
awesome.
And
man.
how did they all go?
Yeah, all Vegas won. I think all the A side guys won, I suppose.
Yeah,
Kira Rushton, who he was fighting a guy, this Indian cunt who was massive, man. I jumped into the lift with him the day before. He was huge, bro.
Cut a fair bit down. or
Yeah, I
something, you
think
reckon?
they fought at a catch weight of like 81 or 82
Yeah,
kilos.
okay. Yep. How long did they have to rehydrate or whatever?
So they would have had like 30 hours or something because
okay,
they did a
that's-
weigh in
yeah,
on
so they had early
Tuesday.
weigh-in.
They
Yep.
did a weigh in at like lunchtime.
Yep.
But yeah, he's from all reports a really good gym and like has upset. Like I think he went to the UK a fight or two ago
Yep.
as an opponent, but then knocked some guy out. Like he was pretty
dangerous.
Yeah, but Kira just made him look
Yep.
average.
Awesome.
You know?
Good on him, yeah.
He's fucking awesome. Had a good chat like in the days leading up to Callum Peters, black fella from Adelaide.
True, yep.
He's fucking deadly.
Yep.
He fought a local lad who jumped in last minute, but sort of saved the card a bit, jumping in. But he just did what was expected, I suppose.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But yeah, it was mad sort of getting to mingle with them sort of guys, and you realise that these people, they're just normal. You know, like they're normal fucking people. They're so easy to talk to, and no egos, nothing.
That's good.
It's always like people who are there doing it or have done something. It's like they don't have anything to prove, or they're not trying to boost themselves.
It's nice when you meet someone like that and they're actually a bit grounded.
Even like guys like Michael Zarafa, he was there doing commentating. Had like 2 little chats to him. And
yeah, nice.
Cool as, man.
That's good when you see people like that are grounded, eh? 'Cause, you know.
Yeah. It's so cool to be able to interact with them sort of
especially
people.
someone you look up to and you think pretty awesome.
Yeah. And then, fucking working through. Liam Wilson had a good tough fight. That Argentinian was crafty.
Yeah, was he?
He was really evasive, really slick.
Yep.
But Liam was pressing the fight. Like, it was close, but like, I don't think there's many arguments.
Yeah.
Really. A few people were blowing up saying the Argentinian won.
Yeah,
but,
okay. But,
I don't know, hard fight. And by that time, I'd had a couple drinks and I was talking to the boys. I was sitting up in the...
wasn't 100% focused.
Yeah, sitting up in the stands with the Almost a Man boys.
Oh, I seen them boys. Yeah, awesome.
So, yeah, we were talking a fair bit of shit. So, I wasn't fully engaged in scoring. Like, if I'm watching to score, I'm in a different mindset than just enjoying it.
You're not so
and it was good to sort of just kick back and enjoy
and
the rest of the card.
What about Para?
Man, he,
slick. So quick.
You could just see him setting his left hand the whole fight, like
Insanely
3-4 rounds setting his left hand, and then he finally started landing it. And I think he cracked old mate's nose.
Yep.
And he didn't come out after round 5, I think.
Yeah, okay.
But man, he's so good.
Slick, too quick.
Yeah, and it was good to see him again and have some good chats leading in. And I think he might have one more fight, and then he's got a title fight.
Unreal.
Yeah.
True.
So if he gets through the next one, I think it's like a mandatory shot.
Yeah. Okay.
And then he'll be in line again.
Good on
to
him.
hopefully become 2-time champ.
Yep.
2-time world champ, which
North
I think he
Queenslander,
can do. Like,
Mackay
he's just,
fella.
you just see the level, and it's cool when you go. Like, I urge anyone when you go onto combat sports events, whether it even be amateurs, like, get there early. Because you sort of see the level of progression through.
Oh, yeah, true.
You know, like, and it's so cool to see. You see, which a lot of the time, like I say, even in the amateurs, you'll start with the kids or novice, less experienced, and then you start working up. And even then, you see each fight, people just
get a bit more technical.
Yeah. And this one was
fitness.
Exactly. Or using your energy efficiently.
Yeah, true.
Stuff like that. So this was a perfect example, like the prelims. Some decent local guys like Tommy and a few others, but like still learning, like a lot to learn, very inexperienced. And then, you get to like Vegas and Callum Peters and stuff, Kira Ruston, like they're all really good up and comers, but then you get to Liam Wilson and then you get to Liam Para and they just do shit. Every fight, it's like they're just doing things at a different level.
Yeah, that's all awesome.
It's so cool to watch. And I don't know if other people like
soak that in.
I guess are thinking like that, but I love seeing that sort of.
Yeah, well, that's the beauty of the sport and the technicality of the sport. Other people are probably like, just bleed.
Yeah, but seeing each fight, they're just doing things a bit more efficiently and setting things up. They're just that bit smarter. And if you make a mistake, it's gonna be a lot more detrimental.
Well, a millisecond of a mistake at that level,
so
can mean lights out.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, so
it's so cool to watch.
I've honestly never been to something on that level. Like the podcast probably was probably the most professional.
Well, production wise, to be honest, that would have been bigger and more hectic.
Wow.
Crowd wise,
and you had a rowdy crowd.
I get the type of people
were niche. They were niche. The type of people, and they were following their niche.
Exactly. So they're there to get on the piss and run amok,
Yeah.
and they know that the fights are just entertainment.
Yeah, true.
So
I'd love to go to UFC.
Yeah,
I would love to
fucking
go to
oath.
UFC. Obviously, because it's like my favorite sport. But just what you're talking about, the professionalism,
Yeah,
being caged. Not even if you're in a cage side, even if you're up in the nosebleeds or whatever. But seeing that firsthand would be just amazing. Like
We'll have
just
to
get
do
the-
it one time.
Oh, I wish, man. Yeah, I really, really would like to do
Like
that.
whenever there's an Aussie one, we should just make an effort. Just go
it'd be
for-
good to see Volk
Yeah.
while he's still fighting. You know, especially if it was like when they did it in Perth, man. It's like, why
Yeah.
the fuck do it on the West Coast? They did it twice. They've done it heaps over in Perth. It's like, do it.
I think the
in fuck-
government over there really pushes and helps get it
and
made over
also
there.
now that they got Jack Della Maddalena as a champ, they'll probably go there again.
Yeah.
because that's his home turf. You know,
Might have to make a trip to the West Coast.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been to Perth, but have you been to Perth?
No.
I've been there, but I flew in. It was for work, and I landed at like 10 o'clock at night. We landed late as, and then we went to our accommodation and flew out at like 5 or 6 in the morning. So we didn't even. I didn't get to see it at all.
yeah.
Even at night time, it was dark.
Yeah, that don't count, eh? Like
Yeah,
people
so I
say,
don't
oh
really-
yeah, I've been here,
Yeah.
but you've fucking spent 12 hours there.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly, bro. But no.
Yeah, UFC would be another one, I guess. Like you'd have to go for the whole card and see it.
I'd be
go
there straight
all the way
up,
through.
watch the prelims, see how it elevates, and then because some of them prelims is no one in the. I like that video of Theo Von.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, how sick! He's like
Yeah,
the first
watching
person
from
there.
the first fight. Yeah.
But Cairns is awesome. I like Cairns.
Another sort of funny little story from Cairns, which you would love this. I rock up there the Sunday. We get in about lunchtime. Text my mate Rob House. Shout out Pommy Rob. And he's doing he does all the, like a sound engineer, sound technician stuff.
Yep.
And Munro Martin Park or some shit, right in town, there's like a big amphitheater. They have these music gigs and stuff. Have you been there?
I went there on the weekend. Yeah.
Did you?
So I went to. I'll talk about it after this, but I went up to that way for Port Douglas for a wedding,
Yeah.
and then we stayed in Cairns for the night. And where we were staying we were just taking the boy for a walk, and it was right near. There's a stage,
Yeah.
set up,
Yeah.
and all the vines and that
Yeah,
going over.
yeah.
It's a cool little park.
Fucking
man.
sick venue.
Yeah.
So we stayed literally like 40 meters from there.
Yeah, right.
So I'm
Same, I
texting my
stayed
mate. I
close
said, "Oh, I'm
too.
coming to Cairns." Blah, blah, blah. He said, "Oh, I'm at this park. Pop down.
Yep.
I'll be there for the arvo." Look it up. I'm like, right. I'll walk down. And but I rock up there, right? And I'm thinking, oh yeah. When we drive past, there's all these food trucks, and it looks like a cool setup. Pretty busy. All these fucking stalls and stuff.
Oh, that's the way they do the food. That'd be a good spot for it.
So I'm like, oh, this is fucking sick. I'll go there. Walk in, and it's like a eco fest.
Oh, Delhi.
So like, I'm expecting a bit of a little music festival. Like, I was gonna maybe have a drink and stuff there. So it's like, there was cunts walking around dressed as fairies and wizards, and there was a cunt dressed as a crocodile. Go to get the food. They're
You'd
all
fit right in, eh? Little snake,
I'm
big
thinking-
snake hooper.
I'm thinking this is
Slither
a
it
camp
in.
spot. So
Up
they
ya.
no, because they get up and they're talking about fucking saving the donations, saving flying foxes and like all
that's
these
not mine. Fuck off, cunt. I'm green where it matters.
and then all this other like
I grew up in Charters Towers. Fuck the
energy
flying fox.
saving
I'll
stuff
shoot them
and
cunts.
off grid energy saving
no,
stuff.
that's good.
And then
Fuck
like all the food trucks were like vegan food.
Oh,
like,
fuck vegan, bud. That's not. Fuck that shit, cunt. I'm green where it matters. Recycle. Don't just chuck shit out. I'm fucking not a full blown hippie cunt.
It was sort of mixed. Like this was like there was some good things, but then these cunts were like, you
Too
know
far.
how it goes.
Too far left. Yeah. Fuck even
Like
there.
full hippies. Like
Yeah, true. Cairns has it. Well, Cairns is a lot more alternative.
Yeah.
And I like Cairns for that.
there
scene.
seem to be heaps
like
of
Cairns.
like
But there's a point, and I've found this because I've you know what I mean. I'm half hippie, I'm half bogan.
Yeah.
But like, there's a point where you have to see things.
Yeah,
for how
in
it really
real,
is,
like be
you know?
realistic. With
Exactly.
that shit too,
Exactly.
yeah.
Because some of that shit, I've had a mind opener where I went up to one of my mates has a block of lands up in the Tablelands, and he was cutting down trees, like big massive trees on his block. He bought a Lucas mill, and he was cutting slabs literally out of the tree. Like a Lucas mill is like a big sawmill.
Oh, yeah.
And he was building his house out of trees that were on his block.
True.
And I just thought, this is super self-sufficient. This is
Yeah.
fucking amazing. Like literally he got a concrete slab down. That's it. Everything else he was building out of trees off his block. And I was helping him out. And the thing is, you can't do that. That's illegal. To the greenies, you can't chop down trees. But this is more self-sufficient than any fucking
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So all the greenies down in Melbourne who live in the concrete jungle come off these bullshit rules.
They're the one implementing the rules, but
Yeah,
they're
but
fucking not
they've never even lived in the country.
Yeah.
And then here's my mate who lives in the country, and when he first moved out there, he's an older fella. He's one of my old supervisors. He was like living out of a caravan. When the sun went, he didn't have any power. When the sun went down, he went down. He was living more at land than any motherfucking greenies.
Yeah.
but he can't cut down trees.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes it's a
and
bit
there's
of
forest everywhere.
it's a bit of an image to upkeep. You
Oh,
know, some of
bullshit.
these people, it's like
Yeah,
they're
I hate that.
trying a bit too hard to be alternative
Exactly.
and be hippie.
Then you go to Melbourne and there's fucking rubbish all in the streets
Yeah.
everywhere. There's no recycling. There's fuck all. It's not like Japan where there's 6 different bins for plastic, glass, aluminium, fucking compost. yeah. But see, that's a
Getting fired up, getting fired up. But I think you want to.
Well, I'll tell you a funny story about EcoFest here in Townsville years ago. Me and the missus went there and they had a little competition. Grab this little Hessian bag and fill it. The first person to fill it with rubbish. Fucking
Little emu parade.
yeah, little emu parade. So me and the missus were like, fuck yeah, let's do it. We grabbed it and filled it up with rubbish. Came back with the first person. So, and the winner was. I can't remember. We were talking about this the other day. I can't remember what it was. It was a couple of things. There's a few vouchers, but the coolest thing was a scuba diving trip from Maggie.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, fuck yeah. So me and the missus actually won it. And this is probably nearly 6-7 years ago.
Only one's competing.
Yeah.
No one else
all,
even
all the
tried.
rest was like little 3-4-year-olds. We just dominated them little fools. No. Yeah, but anyways, the fucking company, I wish I could know the name now to fucking diss the cunts. They backpedaled on it.
Oh, really?
They just went MIA. They just stopped answering calls.
True.
Yeah, so they
Dogs.
obviously said at the EcoFest, we'll supply fucking 2 vouchers to 2 people for doing a free snorkeling or scuba diving it was. But then push come to shove, they were just not answering phone
that's
calls.
fucked.
Yeah.
That's so shit.
I wish I knew the company's name.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the old Eco. No, Cairns is sick. So we went up to Port Douglas, bro. How long since you been up there?
Yeah, probably a year or 2.
Yeah, so you've been up there pretty
Yeah.
recently.
Actually, Harry would have been young. Probably 2 years, I reckon.
We went up there for my mate's wedding and it was fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it up there because I hadn't been up there in I don't know, probably 10 years or something.
I heard it's a lot more quiet nowadays.
Well, I actually thought the opposite. The last time I went there was, I don't know, 10 years ago, whatever, and it was sort of elderly, all retired. It's more of like a retiring place,
Yeah.
but this place was pumping. It's young, full of backpackers.
True.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
It was
I guess
young
it's probably
and
what
pumping.
time of the year you go as well.
That and I
Right.
got talking to one of the people working at our motel, and she was saying that it counts as rural. So you know how backpackers have to do I think they do their 18 months
on their
to
visa.
to extend their visa. They have to go somewhere rural and work. So it counts as rural.
True. Imagine that.
So-
Like, cunts go out to like Shewindon and Mount
I
Isa
know.
work. You could go to fucking Port Douglas.
Exactly right. So I
Port
think
Douglas or Airlie.
I know.
Which one
fuck
would you
yeah,
rather?
Way better. So I think that's the big reason why it was pumping. But yeah, we went up there for a wedding, and it was a fucking wicked wedding, bro. Absolutely amazing. You rate weddings or what's the go?
Yeah. I got a wedding coming up actually down the
Yep.
Gold Coast in about a month or 2.
Yep.
I haven't been, to be honest, probably only been to like mates' weddings, probably only 2 or 3.
Really? Yep.
But yeah, fucking good.
I just think
Like,
they're just an awesome time, eh?
It's
Everyone
just a
catches
great
up.
vibe. Like it's a fucking always a good vibe. Like
Especially
I guess love is in the air. and,
Love is
like,
in the
it's
air.
just such a good.
Everyone's gelling. Usually, on like you have the meet and greet or whatever on the night before.
Yeah, so
everyone
talk us
catches
through.
up.
What you all stay at one place? And
We
talk, or-
a lot of us stayed at the similar place, but yeah, we just went up on the Friday night. Caught up. Obviously, my mate put on a meet and greet where he had a bar tab for the meet
true.
and greet. I was like, how good is this, bro? It's not even the wedding yet.
True. That's flash.
Shout out to the Powers, recently married. But
Shout out.
Yeah, this is one of the coolest things he did for the wedding. But you roll in, and this is one of my mates from Charters, and he's just a bogan country fella. He's has a construction business, but he's always loved poetry.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a smart man.
What's he do? Poetry? Just likes it.
Just on his own little behalf, like he's just been into it, eh?
True, cool.
Yeah. And you rock up and on your, it was a seated obviously venue, and you rock up and on your dinner plate he had a photo of you and him. He had a photo, and on the back of it he personally wrote a poem for every
How
guest.
many people?
That I counted the chairs, and I reckon on average like 80 people, 70 to 80
Fuck.
people. Yep. And he
And
personally
what? Just like little 4-line poem or something, or like how long?
no, like a full, I don't know, 10 lines.
Really?
Massive, and it all rhymed. And it was all meaningful to each person.
Ah,
and he
you
did
should have
that-
brought yours in.
I should have brought it in. I did take a photo of it. Yeah.
Get a photo. Get your
yeah.
photo up because that is fucking. What a
took a photo
cool
of it.
idea, and that's so personable for like.
Yeah.
each
know.
guest. You know,
I think I
like,
took a photo of it. It might have been on my missus.
like how welcome would that make you feel to a wedding? Like,
100%, yeah. And straight away it had all the Sheila. Well, it had everyone, not just the Sheilas. It had everyone emotional. Everyone was reading their cards and everyone was like getting emotional because it was like handwritten and it wasn't anything off ChatBG like GBT.
nah, that's what he reckons.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because it's like I was like, this fella
Like
just did
has
the old-
stuff that thing.
Yeah, it had
that's
personal.
Fucking sick, bro.
Yeah. Should I, if I get on, should I? Nah, it's a bit personal. Should I read it
Yeah,
out?
you don't have to read it. But
Yeah,
like,
but yeah. So there you go.
just read like 1 or 2 lines.
Okay,
Or
I'll
a
read the
good
first two
line,
lines.
the best line. Pick
You're,
the best
you're
line.
a down to earth bloke and a top mate. I love your adventures and you're full of life fate. Hey, I'll keep going here too. You call me Uncle Hobbs, a name worth wearing. Always a laugh and always caring.
That is sick.
Yeah, honestly,
so
such
cool.
a shout out to you, Justin. You fucking
Justin.
you did
Shout out,
well.
Justin.
So I just thought how much time that would have taken.
Oh, fucking oath.
for every guest, and he's a busy man as it is. He's running a construction company. He's always fucking flat bicky. So yeah, he reckons that was, and he gave all his credit to his missus.
Yeah.
and the day was awesome.
Yeah.
He got married in that little church down at Port Douglas, which is a beautiful
wouldn't
venue.
even fucking
And behind
know
it, there's
where.
like a little wharf out there, and they had, you'd love it. They're golfers. They're mad golfers.
Oh,
Him and his missus.
What'd they
both
play?
love
Did they
golf
play there?
All I say they would have because they were
Where
up
was
there
it at
for
the
a bit.
Palmer Sea Reef? Or the other one? What's the other one? Fucking
I don't know, but they're fucking flash, bro. The golf
one in the
courses up
middle
there
of
are
town.
sick,
Was it
bro.
one like in the middle of town? Like as you drive.
I don't know if
in, it's on
they
the
probably
right.
did play there, but they had at the where they had the reception, they had like a little mini golf fucking shit
Oh,
set
yeah,
up.
cool.
They got the little putters and that all set
Yeah.
up there. So you can sort of sitting there and drinking live music, people playing a bit of like putting.
Good band.
Yeah, it was just one dude and acoustic.
Oh,
he was
yeah,
awesome, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, go back to my little Cairns, the Eco Fest. I did want to give a shout out. Have you heard of a local Cairns band called El Moth? Look them up, man. Fucking sick.
How do you spell that, bro?
EL
Yep.
Moth.
Okay, I'm gonna do it right now. I
El
love local
Moth.
bands. Elmoff, his cheeks.
Because my mate Rob, he's a fucking fantastic musician.
Yep.
But yeah,
I think
just
you've
does the
spoken to him
sound
before.
tech now. But
Nice.
but he was saying this is the best local Cairns band.
Okay, followed.
Old Moth.
Yeah, there.
So
Nice.
I
bro.
watched their whole set, and man, they are so good.
Cairns has a good music scene too, man.
But yeah, back to Port Douglas.
Back to weddings, man. So what's you have you planned much of your wedding?
Nah.
You and your missus? You just put that on the side?
Yeah, well, fuck what, we're going into nearly 2 years engaged now, I think.
Yeah, yep.
So, to be honest, I don't know if we're gonna do a wedding, like a big wedding per se.
That's
you
the
know?
same what me and
Like
my missus was thinking. Keep it small and tight.
small, or
Yep.
even just fucking go somewhere,
Yep. Yeah.
just us,
Yep.
and then maybe come and have like a. Good. I like the idea of having like the after party, I guess,
Yeah,
or like
yep.
have a party,
Yep.
sort of thing. But I don't want to do the whole.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking-
The whole bells and whistles.
Yeah,
It's an expensive day. It'll be such an expensive
yeah.
day, bro.
I don't want to spend heap of money. I'm a
yeah.
cheap cunt.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Plus,
Same.
I don't know. I feel like I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
A lot of the people
I
I've
don't
spoken
wanna-
to have said that if they could go back, they would have done it a little bit smaller and saved
Yeah.
money for themselves.
Because I just think there's so many people that you'd feel obligated to invite. That
Yeah.
do they deserve to come? Are they going to enjoy the day?
Yeah.
Stuff like that, you know. It's
My,
like, why would I spend all this money on them to come and fucking do this when
Yeah.
they're not going to appreciate it
Exactly.
as much?
Well,
So-
my mate's wife made a good point. She's like, if you're inviting someone, you have to invite someone who like she said, I wouldn't want to invite someone who didn't know what I was been up to for the last 6 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you'd have to invite someone who knows what you're doing for work, who knows what you've been up to. You don't want to invite someone that you have to catch up to at your wedding.
Yeah, you shouldn't be fucking
Yeah.
at your wedding having small talk and all
Yeah,
that
exactly.
shit. It should-
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I thought that was a
so
really,
that's
really
your
good point.
criteria, right?
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
fucking haven't been involved,
And you don't know, and especially
In the last
you
6
don't know what
months
you've
or
been up
so.
to for the last 6 months,
Yeah.
and it's like,
which is hard sometimes, I guess, because, and I think we've probably spoken about this. You do have certain friendships that you don't
never-
see
True,
for
true that.
ages.
I got
but
mates. I got
you
mates
know,
that live, like my cousins. They live away down south, and when we see each other, it's like we seen each other
Yeah.
yesterday. Yeah.
So there's always going to be some like that
Yeah.
are deserving to come, I suppose.
Yeah,
but then,
true.
yeah, for the most part, you would want people that are going to be there, have been around recently.
Mm. Yeah. Yep. I'd rather have a small wedding, a big honeymoon.
Yeah, same.
And I'd also like to have a wedding down the track when my kids can remember it. You know, so they can be part of it.
Yeah.
And have like more of a family.
Well, I think
family
ours
sort of
is a
thing.
good age now. You know,
Yep.
Hari, she'll
Yep.
be 4
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah, that's
and,
good. Yep.
yeah. she can walk us down. Or,
Yeah, she can be the
take
flower
muck
girl, and
around
that's
yeah.
wicked. Yeah,
But yeah, I don't really like the idea of big wedding, and we're not really flash extravagant
yeah, same,
people
same.
as well. We're sort of
Yep.
lay low a lot. So
Yeah, yep.
stick to ourselves. So I don't even know if it would suit us.
Yeah,
Or if
true.
it would seem, I guess, if it would seem authentic if we would put on a big flash wedding, because it's like that's not us.
Yeah,
It doesn't suit our style.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So we want something that suits our style, I suppose, like something kick back, small little group, and then just
little wedding in a boxing ring, eh?
yeah, yeah. Imagine that, eh?
Just call up randoms, give them gloves, just a little matchmaking.
Just get some cunts would have done that for sure. What's the weirdest wedding you've heard of, or like setting? Or
Not heard of, but I've seen. I don't think it's a bit different. But when me and the missus were in Byron Bay, there was a circle of surfers on paddleboard on their boards out in the ocean.
out in the getting
ocean.
married.
We're
In
like,
the
what's
ocean.
going on here? And then we could tell, they're getting married. No,
True.
all carrying
That
on.
is
Yeah.
cool.
It was a pretty cool wedding. Yeah,
You got to get a celebrant who knows how to surf out, eh?
yeah,
Paddle
true,
out.
eh? Yeah, but it was just a big ring of them and looked pretty cool, eh? Yeah, I know. I like stuff like that. That's a bit more meaningful to who you are.
Yeah,
you know.
of course, something
Yeah.
like that. I think just small ceremony, maybe even if it's just used, but then go fucking somewhere, have a party.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Have boys sit
The
around and
speeches,
fucking-
sitting around for the speeches are always funny. Like, they make you laugh. Eh? Some of them speeches were hilarious.
Have you ever given a speech?
I
at
had
a
to do a
wedding?
best man speech
Did you?
years ago at my mate Lukey's, and I was shitting bricks, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably the most nervous I've been in a while. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
I've
just
never
not,
been
I'm not
to,
good at talking in front of people.
Yeah,
you know.
I've never been involved in a wedding. Like I say, I've probably only been to 2 or 3, and
Yeah.
I wasn't in any of the parties, or
okay, yeah.
haven't ever been involved where I've had to.
It makes it a lot like, because this is my first one of the first wedding that I went to with my missus, where I wasn't in a bridal party, so
Oh,
I just
true.
got to kick back,
Yeah.
and it was just, it's so much more like enjoyable, I guess.
because you're not stressing about
yeah.
fucking having to be on
You don't have
time
to
or
get
being
photos.
sensible. Or,
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
You just kick back and enjoy the whole show. It's awesome. But yeah, the speeches they're funny. Yeah, they make you laugh. Some of them. And some of them get really emotional too. Always notice at weddings, always the dad of the bride. That's always like when they're giving their speech. That's always a real touching
Yeah.
moment, you know. And obviously the best man. But sometimes some speeches, the best man will just roast away the whole time. Some of them they'll roast and then they'll do like a little bit of
Yeah.
emotional bit at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, my mate, Lukey, I should tell. I've already told his name, but I asked him because he's a legend, my mate Lukey, and he's had a Christian upbringing, and then he sort of just became like one of the younger fella partying up for a while, and then he had a rebirth of Christianity, which is I think is awesome. And his obviously his wedding was a very Christian wedding.
Yep.
So I asked him, I said, "Do you want me to roast you?" And he said, "Yeah, roast away, bud." So I brought up some stories.
He's
then-
saying after, wish he didn't say
Yeah,
that.
and then I'm looking at him. He's like, I can't believe you brought up that story, bro.
True.
But his missus is awesome.
So
She was
you asked for
laughing.
it?
I said, but you said roast away. yeah. But his missus was a good sport, and she was laughing off about it. Yeah.
Because it would be hard, I suppose. You wouldn't want to because obviously everyone's families and elders and shit are there.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
how much do you share?
Yeah, I know exactly. You don't want to. There's a fine line, eh?
Like I've seen videos, and some people go a bit too far. Eh?
Oh man, 100%. There was one on that show that fucking showed me the maths. On that
really?
stupid show, the maths, and one of the best mans was just like, "We're like, no, that's too far, bud. You're making it awkward now. Like trying to be a funny cunt."
Like putting them down.
Yeah,
Putting them
like
down and
yeah,
shit.
proper, just roasting them, like a bit too much of a roasting. That's what we're talking about on the weekend. The roasting's like there's a fine line.
Yeah.
You know, you can
Oh,
push it to you push it right to their insecurities.
Yeah.
But you don't go over that line. Yeah.
That's with anything though. Like fucking especially at a wedding, because it's such a touchy, I suppose,
family environment.
Yeah, like delicate environment. But even in general, like we've been fucking talking about this one cunt at work recently, and it's like you have to earn the right to speak a certain way to people.
Yeah.
You know?
You can't just come in.
Like you
Yep.
can't, like if I
Yep.
just met you and I started saying, "Hey, dickhead, how you going?"
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like
exactly.
trying to give you a nickname or
Yeah, I get
or like
that.
run you down.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I don't know you like that,
No,
bro.
you need to
know?
warm up,
like
100%.
I need to get to know you, and then you know when it's time, and then you can start ribbing each other a bit.
Got
But,
to earn that respect, eh?
Yeah.
You do.
but when people just start doing that straight away,
Yeah. It's a bit
it's not
off-putting,
on.
eh?
Like it's very off-putting.
And some people don't know how to do it in a like laughable manner.
Yeah. I think it's just awkwardness. Like people don't like they're a bit socially fucking awkward, and they
Yeah.
don't know how to
Yep.
read the situation.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Or
yeah.
they've never been fucking slapped in the mouth.
Well, that's
because
another
it's
one.
like they're just so used to being cheeky with people or saying things, and then it's like
and
they're
they've got away
they're
with
not
it.
ever pulled up on it.
Yeah, yep.
So it's
Yeah.
like, don't fucking talk to me. Like
got a
that,
lot of teeth, boy.
Yeah, like you need to earn that right.
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of thing.
I feel that for sure, definitely. You come into a wedding, just start roasting the other family. You don't even know them.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can't fucking.
Yeah.
But what do you reckon's the best thing about a wedding, other than obviously the bond of love and just the vibe?
I think
Free drinks.
Well, free drinks, but free potato bake. Nah,
True. Was there potato
Nah,
bake?
there wasn't potato bake. I wish. Cunt. No. I honestly think, like you just said it, just the love is in the air. I think that walking down the aisle, seeing my mate, and he not to roast him, but he was really emotional, which is it's just beautiful to see. Someone who you have grown up with for years, and you've never seen that side of them. You've never seen him get emotional, never seen him shed a tear ever. And then you're seeing their moment of love. I just think it's beautiful. I don't care if I sound like a punce or whatever. I think there's love is everything. At the end of the day, love is everything.
Fight and to know like
Yep.
your good friend has found someone that makes them feel
And he
like
truly loves.
that.
Yeah, exactly. And you get to witness it. You get to be there for it. Because I think that's pretty special. And like we're saying, me and my missus have never been big. We have floated the idea of eloping, blah blah blah. But then it's like maybe we should have the time just to have our little moment. You know, even if it's only a small little gathering.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's
we're in the
there's beauty in it.
same situation.
Yeah, yep. But
I think the drinks and the music is always a good
yeah, and the dancing.
yeah because I'm not a dancer. I fucking don't dance. But weddings you have to.
You gotta dance at weddings,
You
man.
you gotta get up and dance.
Yeah,
And it's one of those settings, I suppose, no one fucking cares. Like
Yep.
no one's there judging. Everyone's in such a good mood.
yeah, and it's exactly right. It's just all good vibes. Fortunately, I've never seen a bad vibe at a wedding. I don't
Imagine
think like
punch-ons.
yeah.
Like, imagine
I
going
want to hear
to
the
a wedding.
stories about that.
I reckon there would be
Surely,
some.
anyone got a story? People, if you got a story, you got a negative story about a wedding or a hectic.
Imagine
hectic
like
drama.
the families didn't get on, but you had to invite, or like even if it was just a couple and then like
True.
punching on or something.
Maybe that's a good one for a boxing ring wedding. Just let them punch out their beef and then get on.
Wait,
the
they'd
sap
have
after
to be. There would have to be punch-ons at weddings before,
Sure of it.
or
Yeah.
like someone show up uninvited.
Yeah, and start carrying on like you know how off the movies. That's not a moment. I've never seen that. I've never seen that at a wedding. If anyone says no to this, love, speak up now.
Do they even say that at
I
weddings?
think it's just something for the movies, something for home and away.
Yeah, I don't even think they
that's a
even
thing.
ask that. Hey, does anyone object to this
Does
wedding?
anyone object? Me.
Yeah, like the ex-boyfriend from fucking 10 years
comes
ago.
running in,
Down the fucking aisle. Yeah, I object.
That's just a fucking little storyline that's been fucking folded by Hollywood or what?
But it definitely happens where people are left there, eh? Like left at, what do you call it? Left at the altar, where people don't rock up.
No, that's fucked. Nah, true.
That would fuck.
That'd be a shit feeling. But who would do that? That's something off the movies too, bro. Sure of it. I don't
I bet
know.
it's happened.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think, weddings are awesome. That's fucking nice. That was my little take out of the wedding, out of the weekend. It was like, fuck, man. There's been some good weddings over the years.
Yeah.
I've been fortunate to be a part of a lot of beautiful weddings, thankfully.
Yeah, we got one soon going down. So looking forward to that.
Oh, well, yep. So what's the next topic? Been chewing cunts ears off.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
Wait, but if you do have any shit stories,
Fucking send them in, Russ.
what about, when's this come out? This one will be out. By the time this comes out, I'm going to be almost on the way to Sydney.
Yeah, you
For
fucking
Origin.
tickets, you dog.
I ended up, jagging last minute fucking trip to Sydney for
Yep,
Origin.
awesome. I'm surprised that it wasn't sold out, bro.
Yeah, I think it's sold. Well, I think it was, but we got some off Marketplace.
Yeah, Roger.
But they were really did because I made sure. Because
You don't want to be out the front watching on your phone now. Imagine that.
fly down, sit in
All
the
that
fucking,
effort.
sit in the
Oh.
accommodation, just sit at the hotel and watch it on TV.
Yeah,
No, I'm
so
going
let's
to go on to Sydney for Origin. Didn't say I'm going to the venue. I'm not going to the stadium. I'm just going to the hotel room.
Old fucking tight ass. Old tight ass state of origin. Nah, so what's the go? You got
Yeah,
tickets?
nah, so Mrs. wants to go down. I
Fucking
don't
oath.
think she's been. Oh, we went to the Origin up here,
Yep.
but other than that, she
I couldn't
hasn't
get tickets to
been.
that one.
True.
Yeah, I couldn't get tickets. Tried getting tickets to that one and fucking got pumped out.
You're probably lucky you didn't go.
Yeah, I know.
Shit game.
50-6, whatever
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
But yeah, she's never been to another Origin, so looking forward to going down
So-
now
so
that Gemut's playing.
Fuck, bit of Shibasaki.
Fuck, man, what
He's
an
in fine
inclusion,
form.
eh?
Yep.
Because there was so much talk, I suppose, whether Walsh will just slot straight into fullback and
And then
you know,
chip out.
Hammer will stay
Yeah,
fucking
Yep.
stay in the centers, blah blah blah. But obviously, Hammer got the fullback spot, so it opens up that center.
I'm happy with that.
I think it's good
I
too.
think it's a good idea. Yep.
So yeah, Gem fucking slotting into center.
Yep.
How funny is the interview? Like he's like, "Oh, I got a call. Like, oh, I'll be in the squad, whatever." Nah, mate, you're playing.
Oh, I haven't actually seen it.
Oh, just saying, he's like, he's got
I've
a
not
call
seen
from
that.
Billy, and then he's like, "Oh, you want to come into Origin, whatever?" He's like, "Oh yeah," no. And he's just thinking, "Oh, I'm in the squad." He's like, "Mate, you're playing.
That's
like you're going to be playing
amazing.
center."
How good.
How crazy
I want to
that,
watch
like,
that.
yeah.
I want to watch that now. Yeah.
Like 5-6 months ago,
Yep.
he didn't think he'd play NRL again,
Yep. And then now he's playing.
and now
Queensland.
he's like one of the top try scorers in the NRL,
And he's
playing Origin.
And he's been playing really good offensively and defensively, bro.
So he's the first person ever.
He's been playing really good in
He's
defense.
not on a full-time contract. And he's playing Origin.
Holy.
He's still on a train and trial.
really? Is that
Yeah.
a stat? He's
Yeah.
the first person to ever do that. Really?
Yeah.
Holy
Well, I guess
shit.
back in the day, like their people's people's
Would've been
contracts
pretty
were different.
common. Yeah,
But like
fuck.
he's the first like NRL player
Yep.
that is playing Origin. He's not on a full-time contract.
I think good on him, bro. He's been turning it up.
Yeah,
he's
fucking-
earned his keep.
He has, and just through hard work, and that's
Yep.
why it was super cool. Like if you
Yep.
haven't listened to that app either,
Go
episode
back and
14.
listen to it. Yeah, fucking nice.
That's the thing. I think it's just on. It's not even 12 months ago.
Yep.
Like not even 12 months ago, we were talking to him and almost talking like, you know, career's over, and
Giving it a
he
crack,
had a
giving it a
job,
crack.
like he's working with the youth and just
Yeah,
living
he was
here,
too, yeah.
playing a little bit for Blackhawks here
Yep.
and there.
He had a few unfortunate injuries.
Yeah. Well, when he
like a lot of people do battle injuries.
when he
which is
come
just-
back from Japanese rugby, like
Yep.
his body was very different, and then he was saying like just adjusting to NRL training again. Like he got that
Going
run
from
with the
union to
Cowboys.
rugby, yeah.
He got heap of soft tissue injuries,
Yeah.
and he just couldn't recover. And then, but then yeah, he got that one random game for Rabbitohs,
Yeah,
from
he did,
playing
that's
for
right.
Blackhawks.
Yep.
But like he hadn't played NRL in like 3 years or something, 4 years.
Then what?
And,
Heavy. The Bronx gave him a chance.
And then yeah, just sort of randomly went down there, did a preseason with Bronx, and now he's fucking started the season and played every game and scored
and played really well
like,
too.
just scoring tries, defensively good.
Yep.
So it's going to be awesome to see him.
He's a
how he
power. He's a
goes.
powerhouse. He's a big
fucking
boy.
big
He's a big boy,
lad.
and he's actually pretty solid. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
So
you got to be to be in the center. The center,
Like, he's
the
gonna-
center's an NRL spin you out. Eh?
He's going to either be
Like, they're
marking
big-
Critter or Latrell.
Yeah.
Pretty hard task, but he's
like,
big enough and fucking.
that position in NRL is pretty
Yeah.
insane. Like they're not like back in the day. Like they're
Yeah,
all
exactly.
big boys and they're explosive and quick.
Yeah.
Like
Fast,
you have
strong.
to be. You have to be a pretty like physical specimen to play in the centers.
Yeah.
In NRL.
And like he
Oh,
marked,
you have to- in any position in NRL.
he
but-
marks them week in, week out.
Yeah.
And he's been doing a good job.
Yeah,
So like
definitely.
I don't think he'd be overawed. It's going to be hard coming in as a debut.
A lot of pressure.
In a decider in Sydney after, you know,
It's will he rise up to it?
but
Yeah.
fuck man, he's on a roll, and he just seems to have that mindset and
Yep.
determination and work ethic at the
Yeah, he
moment
does.
that
Good
I'm
on him.
fucking so yeah. Once he got named, we're like, fuck, we got to go watch him.
Yeah, I wish
So
I'm fucking
we,
working.
we're just doing a little quick fucking down the Wednesday back to Thursday. Like,
Oh,
well, I think
overnighter.
we'll be there less than 24 hours.
overnight,
probably.
eh? Yep. Good on you. I'll be working night shift. I'll be in fucking.
Oh, yeah?
I'll be listening
Will you
I'll be
get to
listening
watch
on
it?
the wireless. I'll be listening to Elliot.
Yeah, does he call Origin? I wonder.
I don't know, but I listen to him when he calls the cows.
Yeah,
Yeah. So fuck. I hope it. Yeah.
someone be calling it.
Surely, yeah. So,
But yeah, no, I'll be
good to watch
there.
it. I thought the game too, like some of the change ups they made, like when they brought in Kurt Capel, I was thinking, I don't know
Yeah.
about that. Fuck, he ran him up.
Yeah, Big Papa back.
Yes, I'm
Papa
keen for
Leahy.
that, bro.
I think just
I'm
play
happy
him
with
for
that.
15 minutes and let him bash cunts.
Yep, I'm happy for that because
Hey?
he is workhorse.
Just tell him to come in,
Absolute.
bash people, and then go off and
Yep.
come on for your second stint. Just 2 stints. And like lift everyone else up because they just need
Yep.
that bit of mongrel, bit of aggression.
Obviously, Tommy, like I'm the biggest Tommy fan ever.
Yeah.
I'm a bit biased with that. But yeah, I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was a difference.
I
That was
think,
a big difference.
I think it's gonna be a
Munster,
good game.
Is Munster the strongest kind of in the NRL pound for pound?
Yeah.
You
Well,
reckon?
people reckon he's so hard to tackle, eh?
He rarely
He's
gets put on his
just,
ass.
I think because he's so awkward, the way he
Elusive and
fucking
slippery.
runs.
He's like a little slimy snake.
And that's why I think Hammer at 1 is good because I think they had Ponga playing that left channel a lot.
Yeah.
Whereas Hammer should roam a lot more. And like, that's the thing, Harry Grant and Munster, they do so much random shit.
Harry Grant's so good.
but
Yeah.
they're always just taking off, doing random shit, and then they're like looking for someone,
For little support.
you know?
Yep.
Where they bust a tackle. Imagine having Hammer just trailing up inside.
Sorting it, ready to go.
Like, I think that's going to be really good having him just roaming.
yeah.
And then,
Little free
yeah,
roamer.
Papa coming in, fucking bashing people for fucking 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Little
Carrigan in the
stints.
forwards, bro.
Carrigan coming off the bench, I
different,
originally
eh?
was like,
Different. Especially he's an 80-minute forward.
yeah, but
He usually plays the full 80.
whatever job he gets is fucking he's going to get.
He's one of the best forwards.
Well, that's
too.
what Gem said in one of them
He's
things as
so
well.
good, man.
Like when Broncos come up here last year,
Yep.
you know, he was sitting here working, just doing whatever, not really. I think he said he was pretty content not being an NRL player
Yeah, Roger.
and having that pressure. And I think because he was so up and down for a lot of years, he copped a lot of shit.
Yeah, it'd be
people were
hard.
always. That's why he's off the socials, I think,
Oh, good on him.
because like.
Yep.
It was hard for him, and but he
It
said
would
that
be.
he said that like Paddy and the boys come up and sort of Paddy Carrigan gave him a bit of a like, what are you doing, man?
bit of a
sort
pump-up
thing. And
speech.
he said, well, I'll come down and train with us.
Wow, true.
And then from there, he's gotten a spot.
Unreal. It's amazing
Sort of
what
just
your
from a
influence
Revan.
can do.
Yeah,
eh?
that's right. So even before this Origin and all that started, like when they had a bye week the other week, he was up here and we caught up. He come and watch Wes fight at the
awesome.
Golden Gloves, and I said, oh, come on again when they play up here. And I said, bring Paddy Carrigan or someone on. And one of the boys want to come on.
True.
So now I'm really going to push that. So hopefully in the next month or two,
That'll be mad.
I think it's end of August.
Yep.
Like, and we can actually hear that story of Paddy giving him a
That's
bit of a
pretty
kick
cool.
up the arse and saying, look, come back and play.
Keep going. Yep.
It's, amazing story. Like, I don't think there's been a story like that in a
Yep.
6-month turnaround.
I know.
And it's
Literally.
good now that people are giving him
Yep.
his flowers a bit, you know,
Yeah.
they're giving him props. Like, 'cause
Earn his
like
keep.
he's, just the hard work. People used to give him so much shit. He's not
Yeah.
an NRL player, he's crap, this and
Yeah,
that.
which
But
would be
now
hard mentally, dealing with all that. Or you use it as fuel and fire, which I guess he has.
He has,
He's
and he's just
fucking
fucking working hard.
running
And
up. Good
and
on
he's
him.
earned his spot.
Good on him.
We'll be there fucking cheering for him on Wednesday night.
Half
tomorrow.
the luck, eh?
Yeah, tomorrow when this comes out.
Yeah, true. Oh yeah, you'll be dropping it then.
Yeah.
Wait, who do you reckon the best forward is in the NRL right now? I was just thinking, like, Yo,
What middle forward or
Haas.
like Haas? Payne Haas, man, it's so hard to go by. But Carrigan, like in the middle, Carrigan, whether he's 13 or up front,
he's a workhorse, eh? Like he just
Tino?
fucking keeps on going. Tino's been really good, in this Origin too. He gives it a crack.
even cunts like Fisher Harris and that, like they obviously aren't in the Origin arena.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Like,
When he was when he played Penrith and that,
there's
he was
heaps of fucking
wrecking ball, eh?
so many good forwards.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and that's what's kind of leading the NRL right now, eh? Forward packs, man.
You need big mobile forwards. They all
Yeah.
play fucking 60, 70 minutes now.
It's
You know, It's
crazy.
unbelievable.
It's the evolution.
But
of NRL.
it's always been like growing up playing footy, everyone said, oh, the forwards fucking do the work and the backs score the tries.
Yeah.
But it's true. Like you need a good platform laid by the forwards.
Yep.
And it's for the backs and the halves to
Yeah,
do
true.
anything.
And talking about because we don't really delve into NRL.
No, we
too
don't talk too much sport.
even though it is like a sport that we love. Who do
Yeah.
you reckon best NRL players right now?
Now,
Cleary.
yeah, it'd have to be big chin cunt. He is fucking good.
He's so good.
Yeah.
He's
That is
so
like,
good.
that's the
He's
thing. We
fucking awesome.
watch like, I don't know, we don't talk about a lot of footy, do we?
No, we don't because well, I guess even though we love it, but just
Yeah.
we didn't want to categorize us as an NRL.
yeah.
There's enough footy fucking
Yeah.
podcasts out
go
there as it
listen
is.
to One's better than
Yeah,
us.
yeah, definitely. We don't fucking know shit, but yeah, no, he's phenomenal. Eh?
Yeah, there's so many fucking good. And then the game has changed heaps. Hey,
It's
like
evolved a lot.
just every position is fucking. They're just so fit, athletic, and dynamic now. Like every player has to be so dynamic.
With
I feel.
it's also with the penalties getting thrown left, right, and
Yeah.
centre. The game's changed with the wrestling style that Melbourne brought in.
Yeah.
The game's changed. There's a lot of shit that's changed over the years. Eh,
Yeah, good and bad.
good and bad for sure. Those
think-
penalties are a little bit overboard. Obviously, like everyone can say that. They're just trying. I think they're following America's lead with the HIA and the
Yeah.
and
Which
the
is good, but
lawsuits and the
it's-
possible lawsuits in the future or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But yeah.
Right, a prediction for Origin, and we'll wrap it up.
Okay, prediction for Origin. I'm gonna put
Give us a multi. What multi are you going to put on?
anytime try scorer Shibasaki.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You got to.
And Tommy Dearden. Yes.
Tommy D and
And No, I'm not going to talk the Blues. Fuck, I'm not going to put any of them anytime try scores.
No, but
and
result.
it's got to be low again, eh? Oh, actually, how about medium? I'll go like 16-12 to Queensland.
I reckon there'll be more tries, eh? Like, well, even last game there was fucking 9 tries scored,
Yeah, true. They end up getting them more, eh? What was the font? Yeah,
5-4, but only because we got the kicks.
Yeah, yep. It was Val's kicking.
Yeah, literally.
Fucking, yep. Val won us that.
Yeah. I reckon I'll say like 22-18 Queensland.
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah. Gem anytime try scorer and Hammer anytime try scorer.
Yeah, true. That's a good.
And maybe To'o. Like if you're going to put any New South Wales player in, I don't want to put any of them in.
He's getting over for sure.
Yeah,
that cunt.
I don't want to put him in.
Him
but
and Crichton are definitely getting
that
over.
cunt fucking scores every game.
He's so good. He's got to be the best winger
Just
in the game.
a little fucking
He's got to be the
wrecking
best.
ball.
He's got to be the best winger in the game.
He's just little bar fridge, eh?
Proper.
Like a little bar fridge running over the line.
Can't stop that cunt for sure.
Yeah.
Little steamroller.
Wait, did I tell you the story? When I was in fucking Hawaii, I think I got a photo. I should put it up. There was a security guard at the fucking Honolulu Zoo who looked
That look like
exactly like Brian To'o. Like not even like, oh, he looked a bit like it. He looked exactly like
old
him.
doppelganger from
And
way
a
back.
solid cunt too.
True. Fuck.
He looked like a mix between Liu Kang and Brian To'o.
Hey, they do look a bit alike.
Yeah.
Now think about it. Yeah.
Like that fucking long, real black hair, like just, tank little cunt.
He's fucking good.
But yeah, 22-18 Queensland.
Yeah,
Get on the hammer.
Get amongst it. Queenslander, go Queensland.
Shout out Queensland.
Queenslander.
All right. See you on the next episode, guys.
Yeah, well-
Head over, like all the socials, buy a shirt, you dogs.
You dumb dog.